Hey, my name is Vanessa Moon. Just also known as at Pink Moon Witch, as you'll see. That's why I'm pointing below. As you'll see, I'm a 46-year-old perimenopausal woman, autistic as well, living in South Brisbane currently. And I've been in more MLMs than I care to admit or count. Uh, Definitely check my story out. The card will be popping up somewhere. Let's see, Amway, Herbalife, Enagic sent out cards twice, and a bunch of others you probably never heard of because a couple of them don't exist anymore. I make yes, I'm using a prompt. I make anti-MLM content not to hate on individuals. This is a big point here. Not to hate on individuals. It is to help people wake up from the cult-like tactics, false promises, and emotional manipulation that runs through these companies. If you're in deep or just MLM curious, stick around. I speak from experience. It's definitely, like I said, many MLMs over 2 decades, by the way. And before we go any further, everything I share is my personal opinion and experience. Of course, full disclaimer. And our other disclaimer we'll add to the stage. And now we're going to go into a little bit of, it's going to be a bit boring. It's going to be a bit boring, but we gotta, well, this is important. This sets you up for what I'm about to cover in down the track here with a Facebook Live. And we need to cover this because of everything that's said in this document. Okay, I've got my notes. I've broken it down. I have gone into the deep research on this. I am not someone who is super sciencey, but I know how to read stuff. I know how to research stuff. Something that's I didn't realize was autistic. That's fine. Was that my keen little sense of wanting to research things and research them deeply was an autism trait, but late diagnosed. Hey. All right. So we're going to go through. Thank you, Brian McMullen, Nueva founder. Okay, big allegedly, in my opinion, word is on the street that he's got his little greedy little fingers in multiple MLMs, and that he literally has his greedy little fingers in this one, Nueva, as well as Make Wellness. Oh my God! If that got ever like found out and actually for real, like we got some receipts or something, the anti-MLM community, and showed it, it will be a bomb because it's Make Wellness versus Nueva. It really is. It's Make Wellness versus Nueva in this space. So let's break this down. This is Brian McMullen's promo material on 5-amino-1MQ and SLU-PP-332. So sloop. I can't make that any bigger. I can try to make it a little bigger, but hopefully you can read it. If not, I'm going to put a link below. Alrighty, so where we go into this, you can have a look. With the part I'm pulling out, we're going to pause on the clinical and manufacturing excellence you can trust. So if you can read all that, it says our difference. It says literally in the second line, people, clinical and manufacturing excellence you can trust. My commentary here, my notes. This is a trust signal, not evidence. Boom. It's a trust signal, not evidence. It's vague and emotionally loaded. MLMs love to use phrases like this. It tells you how to feel. It tells you how to feel about this without showing you. Now, before you go into the rest of this, don't worry about the rest of the document. This is how it starts. It's telling you how to feel without showing you how it's actually earned. Real science doesn't need to convince you with slogans. Real science never needs to convince you like this crap. Mm-mm. Okay, so next part of it that we would like to go down to is the 99% plus API purity with in-house and third-party testing. That line, boom, boom, boom. Highlight that for me. And then the other one is full panel COAs with I'm not even going to say it, microbial and heavy metal reports. All right, so here's my commentary on this, my little note. Sounds very impressive, huh? Yep, sounds impressive, but there's no website, no certificates, no lab reports shown. No, I repeat, no website, no lab certificates. Sorry, no certificates and no lab reports shown. And by the way, I hope you've got your tea like I have. I've got my what I call fake coffee. It's not coffee at all. It's a tea version. And if you would like to know what, I will quite happily tell you I have forgotten. All I know is I was feeling like coffee without having coffee. And it actually tastes, it really does taste and smell like coffee. Anyway, random side quest there. Back to the point. Right. Back to the 99% blah, 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 indoxatin test, all the things. That first paragraph, all those dot points. Okay. You need to ask yourself, if purity is so important, why can't we verify it? Why can't we verify it? Brian, where's the links? This has legitimately come from Nueva. They're sharing this around with everyone. This is what they're sharing. These claims are standard in the peptide world and are also easy to fake. Without receipts, it's all marketing fluff. All right, the next one is the 5-amino-1MQ on this document. So look at that part now. This is from, repeat after me, a mouse study. Mice were used, not humans. Mice. Can we repeat after me? Mice are not humans. This was a mouse study. Okay, no human trials. No human trials. The study they cite doesn't exist under the title that they're given here. Seriously, go research it. I did a deep dive research into this. I did deep research. I definitely tried to find that one. It's not only misleading, it's lazy and deliberately vague. It's lazy and deliberately vague. Seriously, that study doesn't exist. In science, accuracy matters. In MLMs, it's all about sounding smart, not being right. Mm-hmm. Come on, you've got to agree with me in the comments there. Got to be all like, Vanessa, yes. In MLMs, it's about sounding smart, not right. They love to push all this stuff, yet the key study they're actually showing on this document doesn't exist. It doesn't exist under the title given. You'd think Brian, a founder and supposedly someone who knows his shoe, would actually put the right stuff for the people to spread out there. Nope. This is legit copy paste exactly what they're sharing out there. All right. Keep reading, people. If you don't read, it's okay. I will read it for you in full, but I'm just going through the bits that are actually vital for you to know. The part where it has human trial data pending. Okay, so from the top, I should have read the whole thing. Hey, next time I will, peeps. So there is a dot point under the 5-amino-1MQ where it says human trial data pending. Use under physician discretion recommended. Just let that sink in. Just seriously let that sink in. This is their legal shield. This is the way they get around the legalities of the things. But let's be very, very real here. Let's be very real. In this and any MLM, how many people actually talk to their doctor before using the stuff? And I'm not talking about a naturopath or a functional medicine doctor or a chiropractor, someone that has the doctor label, but not is an actual medical health professional in the field there. No, there's plenty of people out there that go, I'm a doctor. Like they're functional medicine doctors, there's naturopathic doctors, there's chiropractors who love to use their doctor stuff. And it's just like, no, 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 no. That's physician. We need a physician. You need to use this under physician discretion. However, in an MLM, how many people actually talk to their doctor? I cannot ask this enough. How many people actually talk to their doctor before using any of this? How many of them are actually going to just chug it down and just be all like, nope, don't need my doctors, big pharma and all that. Don't listen to them. I know what I'm doing. They've all said, look at this study. It's so legit. But this is their legal shield. I cannot reiterate enough. Human trial data pending. At the time of this video, use under physician discretion recommended. Distributors, all the people that are going to be distributors, which is everyone, because even customers aren't really customers. If they've got to sign up under someone or in a VIP product, just no. Believe me, no one buys this stuff retail through an MLM. They will sell it as a miracle product, and that disclaimer will become worthless in practice. You agree? It's going to become really, really worthless. All right, next part, the SL-PP-332, the sloop. All right, so going down, we're going to go to the part in this where it says activates. We're looking for there. Mechanism PJC-1A pathway activator stimulates mitochondrial biogenesis, clinical potential, mitochondrial health, endurance, metabolism, neuroprotection, proposed benefits, boosts cellular energy and ATP production, promotes mitochondrial density and function, may enhance endurance, muscle performance, and metabolic resistance, and then potential neuroprotective effects via improved oxidative metabolism, key research, blah, blah, blah. All right. So with this, I want to bring you to the part where it says SLU-PP-332 activates PGC-1A and boosts mitochondrial biogenesis, all that part. Okay, because the commentary the little notes that I have here is they're stretching the science. How far can they stretch that science, man? Stretching the science. The study they're referencing talks about ERRA. Okay, look, I know I'm talking terms, but stick with me. The study they're referencing talks about ERRA, not PGC-1A directly. It's connected, but not the same. It's connected, but not the same. This is how MLMs inflate claims. They take a science maybe and sell it like a guarantee. How many times have you seen that? How many times? Comment below, like off the top of your head or even whatever. You can comment however many times. Comment below where you've had this happen to you. Like they've pushed something like, yeah, this is the science. And then the actual science is like, not the science. It's a science maybe. And they're trying to make it a guarantee. And then we've got to go down a little further where they say about the biohacking, neuroprotection, exercise in a bottle. So basically, we'll go down a bit further. Got to go next slide. So with this one, they go human safety studies have not yet. Oh, fuck me. But seriously, yeah, anything where they've got with the words biohacking, neuroprotection, exercise in a bottle, any of that, you've got to watch out for, because it's just buzzword land. Buzz, 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 buzzwords. Biohacking, metabolism, energy, all vague, all unproven in humans. It's emotionally manipulative. It sells hope to people struggling with their health. This isn't medicine, it's a sales pitch. I know. We all know that. We all know that. It's not medicine, it's a sales pitch. It's 100% a sales pitch. All right, let's keep going. So look at this. Look at this line here. Human safety studies have not yet been conducted. I'm just leaving that there. Just big pause, because seriously. Anyway, so then they've got in this whole why choose Nueva peptides. Most peptides available online lack consistent purity testing and formulation science. We maintain pharmaceutical level standards from start to finish, with full transparency and documentation available for all products. Okay, so there's no website. I could go into the where I found this. There's not really. There's no links on this. There's no links in the document for this. So where's the website? Where's the website? Where's the lab address? Where's the third-party certificate? It's not transparency. It's trust me, bro, university. It's telling people to trust you without showing a single receipt. This is the document. There's no actual links to anywhere. This is legit copy paste. Copy paste. Copy paste. This is it. So yeah, this is MLM reputation laundering. And then the whole why choose Nueva section, they're framing themselves as the ethical alternative, but without proof. It's just posturing. That they love that. What's your posture? What's your posture? My posture is quite straight right now. Leaning over sometimes, but it is quite straight. They're framing themselves as an ethical alternative, but without proof. It's posturing. Classic MLM tactic: throw shade at competitors, make wellness. Declare yourself as different. And like, we're going to put a little bit different. I hope no one checks. Of course we are. It's the anti-MLM community. We check. We will check you. And then basically my whole thing with this, before we go on to the next the Facebook Live, which is what I really want to do and show you guys as a case study and all the things, is what we're seeing here isn't science. So we'll go back to the main document. What we see here isn't science. It's not science. What we see here isn't science. It's science-flavored marketing. Nueva Peptides is taking two experimental compounds and dressing them up with buzzwords, citations, and big promises, but without human trials, verified manufacturing, and transparent sourcing. These are not safe consumer products. Not safe consumer products. And this MLM is about to push out there and get a whole heap of people to consume it. And MLMs, it's not about helping people. It's about convincing people to buy in before they question the details. You've got to agree with me on that, right? Yes, Vanessa. It's just like over and over and over again. The whole be coachable, don't question us and everything. That's exactly what they want. It's not about helping you. It's never about helping you. It's about convincing you. About convincing you to buy in before you question any of the details. And that's why we have to hold companies like Nueva, even though it's in pre-launch and it hasn't technically launched and it has no products. Technically, it has no products right now. It's not going to be until June 2025 and then really July 2025 that they will really, really launch. But we'll see. We'll see. And that's why we have to hold these people accountable. especially when they sell false hope disguised as health. Alrighty, so now we're going to go on to Ashley. I'm going to have to put her to the stage and put her on pause. Ashley?
And this is our second live today.
Thank you, Ashley. Is it? Oh, wow, then. Wow, we've got lots of commentary on this. I have notes. I have many, many notes. First, we'll let her talk and then I'll pause it and provide my notes.
Super pumped. So I'm waiting for my friend, Kayla. She's going to hop in here with us. It's going to be amazing. Let's fix my background, because, yeah. Where are you guys watching from? If you're watching this later, make sure that you hashtag replay. I love to see where everybody hops in here from. Hey, Amy, how are you? I'm waiting for my friend Kayla to come live here. I don't see her yet. Oh my gosh, we have so much amazingness that's getting ready to happen. Partnerships. You guys, we got like over 3,000 enrollments yesterday. It's free enrollment right now. I don't want to go.
I was waiting for that part. I was just like, yeah, okay. Over 3,000 enrollments yesterday. It's free enrollment right now, and it is free. It is free. Again, if you go over to Julie Anderson's YouTube channel, I'll definitely link it in below. The actual video where she did the best troll ever. Julie Anderson, within 24/48 hours, went on to Nueva, signed up for Nueva. So yes, free enrollment. Got us all to support her. Got everyone to support her, the anti-MLM community, and we got her to top 3 on the pre-enrollment leaderboard. And it was literally one away from top 2. Literally one away from top 2 before they terminated her. So Julie Anderson has the honor to be the first Nueva person to get to top 3 within a very short time and space of time, but also terminated in the pre-launch. So anyway, so yeah, this is classic MLM urgency. The whole 3,000 yesterday is free enrollment. Okay, so yeah, urgent. It's got to be urgent. So yes, this is the free. Sounds generous, but it's very, very strategic. They're stacking people fast to secure rank. Remember, you enroll in now will actually be relevant to where everything's going on now. Believe me, they're stacking now. They're stacking now. So they're stacking now to secure their rank. It's recruitment under the guise of generosity. The key point I want you to remember with this is MLMs rely on speed over scrutiny. MLMs rely on speed over scrutiny. Okay, go for it, Ashley. Go.
Too much into it. I'm just waiting for Kayla to see. As soon as she hops on here, we'll see if she can figure this out. This might be the first time she.
I think we need
We
need to jump ahead a bit. Okay. I'm going to jump ahead a bit because there's this whole mucking around. They can't figure out the Facebook Live, how to add her and all this. It takes up a whole minute. It's just like, what? Get to the point. I'm also going to just skip ahead to the roundabout where I want to get to. All right. There we go. All right. Yeah, we'll go there. Okay, so they finally.
Invite. Oh, shit. Okay, yes. Invite sent. Did you get it?
2 minutes, 2.5 minutes into this Facebook Live, they finally figure out how to add her and she's in.
Accept it, Kayla. Let me know if you did not get it. I can see comments. This is good. Hey, Melissa. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Lisa. Let me try. Ooh. Okay, right here. Add. Ready? Send request. It's adding. We're going to see if it's early morning.
Nearly 3 minutes. I have to show that. Like, this is nearly 3 minutes into a Facebook Live and they couldn't figure it out. It's the whole, they don't know how to use technology.
Hello, Melissa.
I
Hey.
was like, how do I get on here?
I know. Technology is really fun. It depends on the day if we can get it working, but we got it today, so I'm super excited.
Yes.
And all right, everyone, this is Kayla Betts. Like, she's OG in Modere, you guys. If you don't know, I'm
Hi,
sure you've been
guys.
following. If you haven't been following our stories, right? We've been part of Modere. We were both very much obsessed. We were the top enrollers in the company. And, one day for me, actually, I was in Walmart and I was getting ready. We were checked out. We were walking out and I get a text from Kayla Betts. And she's like, did you just see this email? And I'm like, no, what? Like, what's going on? My phone is blowing up and I check it. And it's like an email from our company. And it's like, thank you so much for the last 30 years. But, we're out of business. Like, we're done. Everything's done. And I was like,
You can see a previous of mine for content around this, but there's also a whole Nueva playlist you can check out on my channel. I've added every single person's Nueva coverage that I can find and that I know of. So if you have covered Nueva, just shoot me a message via Instagram, Pink Moon Witch, same as my username on my channel here, and shoot me a message and I'll add it to the whole Nueva YouTube playlist. But we definitely have covered it, and I say as in the anti-MLM space, there's plenty of people who have covered this extensively, and yeah, that's all I've got to say. What it actually said, like the email, literally everyone got the same email. And anyway, I've got to show you my commentary, the notes that I had here. They're sharing real pain. So these two, see, here's the reason why I'm using them specifically as a case point and not touching on any of the founders or the really tippy top, because these two are quite high up. Like even on the leaderboards, they're even quite high up. However, they're both the scammer and the scammed. They're both the victim and the perpetrator. It's a really good case study. This is purely a case study. This is literally using them because they are a very good case study on this whole thing. And so, yes, anyway, they're sharing real pain here. Losing income without warning is always brutal, regardless. Employee, your own business, whatever it is, losing income overnight like that is brutal. I've had it happen to me. I definitely haven't had it to me. And I've been a contractor, and it's just like it happens to anyone, even with legitimate businesses, not MLMs. But instead of questioning the structure, and this is especially these two, but not just these two. A lot of the MLM reps have done this from the Modere. A lot of ex-Modere people just jumped to something else. They just didn't question the structure. They didn't question the structure. They just went straight into something else. So most of the ex-Modere reps went to legit something else. And some of the ones that I know of is Amare, Make Wellness. I know they went to the competition. There is product.co, which I didn't know of until someone jumped. Then there's Sharkly, not your grandma's MLM, but it is your grandma's MLM. So Sharkly, definitely got a few as well. And there's going to be a few others around the place at other places, but none of them stopped to question. So when the key point I want to leave you with this is when loss is normalized, because you'll see it with all the Nueva content, is so normalized and turn into a recruitment story every single time. They do, all of them. The tippy top and these people are they're just repeating the same tactics the tippy top are doing. It's literally repeating the same tactics as they're doing, turning this into a recruitment story. And that's MLM conditioning in action, people. Keep going.
today's payday, so no paycheck. Like, is this a joke? Is it April Fool's? Like, I didn't have any idea what was going on. We were all like kind of freaking out, but also like, wait, what's next? What are we gonna do? Luckily, like I know, like, you know, for a lot of people, this is like their full-time income. So people were scattering. They were going here, they were going there. You know, people were trying to recruit us like crazy.
Oh my God, yes.
It was absolutely, it was total chaos. Luckily, though, is we like sit and we percolate and we have like extreme loyalty to our upline, John and Nadia Melton.
Yes.
And we're kind of watching and seeing what's going on. And he does this post and he's like, I think we should start our own company. And I'm like,
The extreme loyalty. Did anyone else feel like extreme loyalty? Anyway, John did. Yeah, there's a whole thing with John Melton. I may eventually go down that rabbit hole with my own content here, because he's very good case study of just the way these people just flip because the grift has got to keep grifting. The scam's got to keep going, you know? Anywho. So my commentary is, if your upline has watched 3 companies, and by the way, he was involved in one, then another one got shut down by the FTC, FEMA. Anyway, and then there's this one getting shut that just went poof. And oh my God. Okay, anyway, previous videos, check them out. I've gone over a little bit of history of each of the, yeah. If your upline, which is John here, has watched 3 companies collapse and decides the answer is start a new one, that's not innovation, it's survival mode for the tippy top. And the tippy top is the Zaleckis, Tony and Sarah, John Melton and his wife, Brian, who I shared in the previous. Then there's a whole heap of them. There's like 9 of them. All 9 of them decided, yeah, let's start a new company. We're not going to let this happen ever again. Yeah, it's because only you have protected yourself, because you're probably now in the C-suite and all master distributors section, like the tippy top there, and you've secured your spots and placements and agreements in place. There's all sorts of stuff going behind the scenes here you do not know about, and you, believe me, if you found out, you will be like, what? You're never going to get there. These people will make damn sure you don't. And if you do, there's definitely things going on, and there's plenty receipts out there in anti-MLM content land, if you want to go hunting for it, to show over and over and over again bridge contracts and a whole heap of other stuff going on in behind the scenes. I could mention a few, who won't go down that side tangent. I just want to leave you with this key point. They're creating a new before the dust has settled in the old one. They really legitimately did. In my Nueva playlist, please go check it out. Check DC's videos. Legitimately, they tried to copyright strike them and get rid of them, but they're back. And legitimately, in their own words, with their own Zoom, like 3 days later, came up with Nueva. And then a week later, came up with a couple of other things. I was scrambling. Busy bees, because they've got to keep the grifting. Anyway, let's keep going.
Or this would be so badass. Like, if this was something that really happened, like and then he starts talking about like Michelle Barnes, Tony and Sarah Zalecki, Margie Alprani. And I'm like, wow, these people have been in the field. Some of them like 30, 40 years, like absolutely crazy. So much experience. So they're like put together this company, Nueva. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be amazing. And after talking to Kayla, like, we've decided to partner together. So Kayla, can you kind of share a little bit about your story, like all the things kind of leading up to this?
So, morning, everybody. So, I am the girl that never did network marketing before. Modere is actually my first company ever being introduced and actually going through with it. I'm from the hood.
All right. This Facebook Live is pinned on Ashley's Facebook profile. So if you want to go watch it in full without me skipping around, please go to Ashley's Facebook profile and you'll find it there. I'm going to skip. We don't really need to know her background. We need to go to really right here. No, too far. Go back a bit. There we go. Perfect. Wait for it.
I was also grateful for Modare and what they've done for me. And, you know, we had a great 4 years, a great ride. You know, it's nice being able to build a six-figure empire, multi-six-figure.
Yep.
But I'm more excited about Nueva and where we're going with this innovative technology and products that we have and biohacking our bodies. And not to mention, we're going to be making more money than we were before.
Yes.
So I'm like, that's screaming, hello, sign me up.
Now, can you see why I led with at the start of this video? And by the way, love your pause screen there, Ashley. Nonetheless, you can see why I had to start off with what I had to start off with here, because now you listen to them, it gives a whole different. Yeah. Anyway, keep going, Kayla.
Where do I go? And I found out literally as I was on home, literally shopping for a Louis Vuitton bag. Literally, I'm looking at the screen. It's payday, it's bonus day, or biggest day. And I'm like, I need a bag. And I'm looking. Then I go check my back office. I enrolled a couple people and it wouldn't let me get in. I'm like, okay, refresh. And it just said the door is closed. So I immediately panicked. I text Ashley, I text John. I was texting everybody like, is this a scam? Like, was I hacked? Like, what is going on? And then
is this a scam? Yes, Kayla, it's a scam. The whole thing is. Hello, you're so close. Continue.
Tears came flooding down because I just spent 4 years building a multi-six-figure empire. In 2024, I did over $750,000. And to see that I was so close to $1 million just be snatched in a blink of an eye, I cried. I called my husband and I was like, oh my God, we have a vacation property. We have this, we have that. Like, oh my God, like we have all these things. Like, what are we going to do? So I cried and I called my team, hopped on a Zoom, and we all cried together because I felt bad for them.
We hopped on a Zoom and we all cried together. I'm not going to go into that. I'm just going to let that settle. Just, yeah.
Them. Yep. Me, I knew I was okay because I built up, you know, savings and all that. But I saw women didn't have grocery money, women that didn't have gas money, women that literally depended on Modare as their extra. Even though they had jobs, Modare was their extra. And it broke my heart because I felt like I let them down.
Okay, we're going to pause there, Kayla. Okay. Okay. This is actually a genuine emotional moment. Actually, her pause screen's pretty all right. Damn. But mean girl, Ashley. This pause screen's everything. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. This is ultimately a genuine emotional moment, but it also reveals how deep the harm goes. People losing basic stability because the income was tied to an unstable, unsustainable model. Unstable, unsustainable model. MLMs make women financially dependent and a little emotionally too, then offer only more MLM as a solution. And what I meant by that key point, I kind of had that down in my notes and I was like, okay, that's true. But what I need to elaborate there is this, like, the only solution is keep going. Let's keep grifting, keep the grifting, keep the scamming. Got to keep going. That's the only solution, right? This is exactly what's happening here with Kayla and Ashley and thousands and thousands of people involved in MLMs. If something goes poof, then they just scramble and go somewhere else. Now, this one is really horrendous. This is the reason why I'm spending a little time on it. Not just because I've got a little bit of because my first ever anti-MLM video got copyright striked. I was just like, okay, are you kidding me? I had less than 50 subscribers at that time. Less than 50. I'm in Australia, mate. I'm in Australia, have less than 50 subscribers, and it's my first ever video, and you copyright striked it. And I was just like, wow. Wow, now you've got me like, ooh, my hackles up, and I've got a Scorpio sun. If anyone's in astrology, my eyes are now focused on. It's just, this is such a good case study of just how no such thing as a good MLM. That's my tagline. But anyway, going on a rant there. The key point I really wanted to reiterate is that MLMs make women financially dependent, and they only offer another MLM as the solution. In this case, Nueva. Okay.
I felt like I was somebody's parent, like, damn, I just took from them. And we're
going to skip ahead a bit. Like I said, go to Ashley's Facebook Live if you would like to watch it in full. But we're going to skip ahead a bit. Oh, too far. Get back. There we go.
Oh, and at first we were not like sideline sisters, right? You know, she was, the protein girl. I was the hustler girl. When we put us together, it's been amazing together. We have over 300 people, more than that, probably almost 400 now with our team, linking arms. And I'm excited to see where we're going with this, because Nueva is, it's it.
I agree. No, I love it. So first of all, you guys, before we kind of go into a couple of like the things that we know that we can share with you, if you comment below the word ready, we have a video that we're going to send you. It's total fire. It's going to totally blow your mind. It's going to have you either deciding like, yes, I want to do this. And right now it's free enrollment. You can literally join us for free, be part of the beginning of our structure, of our teams, of our duplication, the support. You guys, we're still right now. Like, we both got on Zoom with our teams, when everything happened, and we were like, oh my gosh, we don't know what's going on. And everyone was like, we're staying with you.
Yep.
Like, we want to stay with you. So we're still showing up. Like, we got trainings twice a week. We're showing you how to make money doing 5-day resets. We're going over building your branding. We're going over structure and social media and building your brand and all of the things. So you get to be part of all of this. We're taking everything over from our multiple 6 figures a year income here with this team, and we are going to 10x it. Yeah. So comment below the word ready, and we're going to drop a super quick video in your inbox that explains more. It's going to
Yeah, I got that video. It's 44 odd minutes long. If it's that video, Ashley, oh my God. It's just, I've dropped the key parts of it. I have dropped key parts of that video in my YouTube shorts. So check out my YouTube shorts playlist on my channel, and you should be able to see it. You'll see the bits. It's 44 minutes of god awfulness, but nonetheless, you can also, again, go to the Nueva playlist that I've created and check out all the videos there. That's the ones you want. Those are the ones you want to watch, because you watch all of those videos and then you tell me this is totally okay and legit, then okay, fair enough. You do you. But I'm just want to reiterate, because I will show, I did a screen recording of the boards for one team, and yeah, everything's there. Then and ultimately it's not even about that right now, especially with the push for free recruitment. Do it now, because they're not offering the tools. The tools are irrelevant. The tools are actually really irrelevant. What they're offering is position. Remember that. They're stacking everyone already. Now, structure here, when they talk about structure, it's their downline. When they talk about structure, it's their downline. Okay. And also support means learning how to recruit others, of course, doing exactly what they're doing. They're doing exactly what they've been taught, and they're now teaching others. Can you see how? Yeah. So the key point I want to reiterate with this and leave you with, it's never about health with this. It's never about health. It's about placement. And they want to get their placements secured, and they're trying to get you under them So you, the little plebs at the bottom, that's basically what you'll be. It's all the little hamsters running those hamster wheels for them so they can keep their structure in place. Yeah, it's about placement, purely about placement. All right, so we're going to skip ahead again. Nope, too far. Go back. There we go.
Excited about, like, I know there's only a couple things, but like
I would say I'm excited for the hydrogen water, really, because I just, after watching Gary Brecka and going to GoPro
Yes.
and watching what hydrogen water can do to your body.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that, but also excited about the peptides to kind of biohack my body and literally being able to lose weight having exercise in a bottle. Like,
Yeah.
that just screams my language, because I'm not exactly workout friendly here. I'm trying though, okay? But could you imagine losing weight with exercise in a bottle, not having to physically work out? Like, that just screams, give me some more ice cream, or let me enjoy my hot wings without having to stress. So I'm excited about that, just because I'm getting older, you know, knocking on 40, man.
Just again, you can see why I led with what I led. I've already gone over the Hydra shot and everything like that in a previous video of mine. And once again, Nueva playlist. Say hello to DC. She actually tasted the Hydro shot. So what they're pushing. All right. I'll back up, Vanessa. Back the. Okay, they're pitching what's called Hydro Shot. It's actually available now at h2bev.com. Don't buy it. But I'm just saying it's legit available now. And they're pushing like this such a great thing. And I was just like, you could go get it now and it tastes like crap. And then the SLU-PP-32. Go to the beginning of my video again, please. And then just like, just go back to the beginning of my video where how many times and their little legal disclaimer, under physician approval, and just like, can you see why I started? You can see why I started with that. You can see why I started with that key piece and went through it with you, because knowing what we know now from that, listening to them both. Yeah, the key point I want to leave you with here is the misleading health claims are not empowerment. These are dangerous AF. Very dangerous. Go back to the start of my video if you need to really get in your head how dangerous this whole pitching is. This is not good. And they're not questioning it. The other thing is they're not questioning it at all. Oh, and of course, not mentioning not mentioning any of that stuff. And they'll gloss over it so badly. And we know that a lot of people will use these, just chugging them without consulting any medical professional physician. All right, skipping ahead a bit more. Oop, too far again. Go there.
Maybe it's like the gut health or like, the skincare, non-toxic cleaning. We're actually going to be taking and reverse engineering all of our favorite products that we were using from our last company because of the partners and the business people that they brought in. We're going to, all our favorites are going to be coming. It's going to be more than just the peptides, more than the hydrogen water. There's going to be, the skincare line, the gut health, the immunity, all the things. So but we're doing this. It may not be the fastest, but we're doing this the right way. So there are the business owners are putting everything in place so that this doesn't happen to us again.
Stop. The reverse engineering of all our favorite products and everything. They're openly admitting. This is pinned. Ashley's pinned this at the time of my video, the time I recorded this. This was on her Facebook profile. So this is very, very public. And everything's, in my opinion, very, very public. Anyone can access it. You don't have to friend her. You can access it anytime. And she just admitted right there, copy paste Modere 2.0. Everything is copy paste Modere 2.0. And how well did that work for Modere? How well did that work for Modere? Come on. I would just like to leave you with this. This is recycled. This is recycled. They've recycled collapse into an opportunity. And they'll do this over and over and over again. There's plenty of MLMs out there that are recycled. And it's just, I will do a video on product.co eventually, because that one's recycled. That one's got a big recycling component to it. It's just, this is what they do. There's nothing original under the sun here. I will also recommend right this moment, Little Bosses Everywhere. I'm hoping eventually by the time someone watches this video, eventually down the track, at the time of this video, Sunday, 18th of May, it's not available to those of us here in Australia to read, unfortunately, but it will be. It will be. But when it is available to you, and if it is available to you, it's available via Audible and, of course, Amazon and all the things. Little Bosses Everywhere is a book. Go give it a read. Please do. And then you'll get why we're all doing this. And why even me, as an Australian who isn't actually affected by Nueva, technically not, because they do reveal and elsewhere that they're not launching the products here. They're launching them in other markets. However, there will be other things. They'll still try and pitch the Aussies. And so I am trying to do my best. Hi from Australia, just to help show you it's global. It's there. Yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. We've got couple more pieces, of bits. Oh, gone too far again. Yeah.
Like,
I would be sick. I would be just super sick.
Right. And I've had people reach out. They're like, you're going to do this again? I'm like, hey, like, here's how I heard John say this too. It's like, imagine a bad breakup. Right. You have this really bad breakup. You know, you're devastated, just like we all were. Like, are you never going to date again? Some people may say it until the right person comes along or the right opportunity, just like we have found. Right. And also, and like I said, I just love that we kind of like waited. And we percolated, because like, could you imagine breaking up and then the next day you're with someone else? You know, like we've seen a lot of that too. And it's like, anyways, I just, between the products and what we're still.
Ashley. Losing your income because of an MLM collapse is not the same as a breakup. Oh my God. That's not personal heartbreak. That's a business. It's a business model. It's business model doing exactly as it's designed to do. False freaking equivalence. It's called a false equivalence. What she just did, and this is common in a lot of MLM speak, is false equivalence. They love to get this and mix it with this and say they kind of work. And it's just like, no. Don't confuse emotional pain with personal failure. This is systematic. It's not just these two and the Modere and Nueva. This is not just them. This is just a case study. This is a legit case study so that you can see, like I have, and the reason why I'm speaking out, so you can see the patterns. If you start to see the patterns, you can start to see it's systematic across the board. Every MLM, every network marketing company, if there's any sort of upline, downline sort of structure, it is designed this way. It is designed to be unsustainable, unstable, and you will end up failing. All right, let's keep going. We've got one more little bit to listen to.
Kayla, what am I missing?
I think we covered everything. I think people need to know that, you know, being John Melton's top 3 for about 4 years, Altogether, just last year alone, we did over $2 million in sales between me and Ashley and Michelle Churchill. So joining our team, you're linking arms with some of the best, some of the GOATs, best recruiters, best strategy, like biggest hearts. And I would love to have everybody on here with us just because we're going to be setting records. We're breaking records here. I just broke my record in 24 hours, almost 300 people. It took me 4 years to build 500. So that's how you know that people want to link arms and get to.
It's funny listening to this and then knowing what happened with Julie Anderson. We are you. Anyway. Julie, you're the GOAT. But that is going to be that's going down in anti-MLM history. That is fully GOAT. Regardless, reason why I pushed this point is these numbers are framed as success, but they're being used to what? Repeat it with me. Sell the dream. There's no income right now. There's no income. There's free enrollment, no products, just the hype of the products and really bad information and everything. There's nothing right now. This is pre-launch. They're using old numbers in an MLM that no longer exists by their own words. Doesn't exist. Just went poof. And they're just copy pasting again to here to sell the dream. Again, little bosses everywhere, people. Yeah. So there's no talk here. It never really is, of the take-home income. And what that means is after expenses. What is their profit and loss statements? Ask them for their profit and loss statements. Okay? Yeah. Bet you they don't encourage that. And anyway, there's no talk of how many people in their downline actually made money. So anyway, key points. Sales does not equal sustainability. Sales does not equal sustainability. And the other one is recruiting does not equal sustainability either. So again, key points. Sales does not equal sustainability. And recruiting does not equal stability. If it did, Modere would still be around. If it did, Prove It would not have been sold and gobbled up by Herbalife. If it did, why did Bodie change to affiliate only? Roden and Fields, affiliate only. Saints gone. There's a whole, Again, patterns. See the patterns. Start questioning it. Stop for a moment, take a breath, and start to see the patterns. I'm doing this, in my opinion, as a case study because I want you to see the patterns. So anyway, we're not gonna keep going with that for now. We're just gonna leave it at that, and I'm going to leave this up again, just as a double whammy for like Nueva people. So what we've just watched is a cycle in real time. All right, we'll leave that. We'll take it off. I'll go just me. Okay, what we've watched. Ignore my. Oh, the doggy in the background. Let's do that. What we've watched is the cycle in real time. Collapse, grief, regroup, recruit. I love that. I make that note. What we've just watched is a cycle in real time. Collapse, grief, regroup, recruit. Say that 5 times fast. So Ashley and Kayla are not villains. Okay. I would like to make that clear. I don't see them as villains. But they are deep in a system. They are very deep. You can see how deep they are. They teaches people to bounce back by building a new on top of their old one. Okay. MLMs don't just exploit people, they train people to exploit others. Proof. And without realizing they're doing it. So yeah, they don't really realize they're doing this, honestly. It's an indoctrination. When you understand cults and indoctrination and how the brain gets literally rewired around all this, you understand why they're doing it. And they're not the villains in this story. They're not the villains. That's why we, you, me, everyone else, needs to stop normalizing them. We need to stop normalizing them and call them the frig out, because grief doesn't justify more harm. Grief never justifies more harm, especially when it's repackaged as a ground floor opportunity. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I'm good. Say hello to Gary, my dog. Maurice, the pug's right next to me down here. And if you're wondering why all the coverings, just a quick little side note, that's for Maurice. He's an old pug. He's leaky. He's a bit leaky. He just randomly leaks. So if you're wondering what these are, you can actually buy them. I'm not affiliate. I am affiliated with them, but I'm not going to promote them in this. It's called Splash Blanket. Yeah, so I'll just say that. If you're just wondering what all this is, it says meow on there, but it's actually, they've got one that does say wolf, but I just got the cat one because it was cheap at the time. Yeah. Side tangent. Anyway, let's do my little outro, everyone. Yeah, let's do my little outro. So if this video stirred something in you, maybe you're in an MLM right now, maybe you've just left, maybe you're starting to question it all. I really hope you are. I just want you to know you're not alone. Now, while I'm reading off this is something genuinely I feel and I agree with. You're not alone. I've been there, and there is life after MLM, a better one with no scripts, no shame, and no chasing ranks. None of this stuff. If you found this helpful, give it a like. If you found it helpful, give it a like, share it with someone who might need to hear it. And hit subscribe so you don't miss my next one. And if you want more unfiltered real-time anti-MLM content or just a space to feel seen, come hang out with me on Instagram. Yep, at Pink Moon Witch, same username as I have here on here. I'm going to see if I can rename myself. All right, ready? Real time. Pink Moon. Can't spell. Too many O's. So there's the username you need to go find. And thank you for watching, and take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.